Hello, are you ready to restart the NHL with a fantasy draft including Genshin Impact characters and Honkai Star Rail characters? Let's see what happens. Let's see who goes to which teams. So, new franchise mode. This is I cannot wait to see. I'm so excited. So, we're just going to do a classic NHL franchise mode. And name of our dynasty, Gotcha. GM Gotcha. So we're just gonna play as the New Jersey Devils. This is my favorite team, so that's what we're gonna use. All the conferences will stay the same. Now this is where the big thing will come in. Fantasy draft on. This is what we're doing. Fantasy draft. I just want to know where every character is gonna go. Start career. So the fantasy draft will be random. I mean, I'm not playing. I'm just going to simulate the entire season and see if any Genshin or Star Rail characters can win the Stanley Cup. So here you go. So Blues will pick first, Oilers second, Blue Jackets will be last, Senators in 30th. All right, so let's start the draft. Who's going to be the first Genshin or Star Rail character picked? I'm going to say it's going to be either Raiden Shogun or Acheron, one of the two Raidens. That's my prediction. You guys can make your own right now. Let's go. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Who is going to what team? Let's find out. Oh my God. Okay, so picks have already been made. Connor McDavid was first overall. Leon Draisaitl goes to the Oilers. That's realistic. Kucherov goes to Colorado. McKinnon fourth overall. Crosby. Acheron goes first. Acheron goes to the New York Rangers on pick number 6. There you have it. Nahida goes next to Nashville. Fossilor, the Hydro Archon Farina, goes to Carolina. Pick number 8. So there you have it. Your first 3 Genshin and Star Rail characters are gone. Acheron, Nahida, Farina. Ovechkin goes to Toronto. There's Raiden Shogun, goes to San Jose. Jack Eichel. Zhang Li, goaltender, goes to Minnesota. Matthews, Pasternak. Huberdeau. All right, let's sim user pick. Oh, let's just sim to our next pick in the next round. So let's see where everyone else went. Mitch Marner goes to New Jersey. Hedman, Pedersen. Robin goes to Boston. All right. So Pennacone's beloved star, Robin, is going to Boston. Panarin, Carlson. Firefly goes to LA. Would Firefly like Los Angeles? That's a great question. Interesting. Shilonen goes to Philadelphia. All right. I like that. That's a good pairing right there. Neuvillette goes to Anaheim. Pick number 28. Kafka goes to Chicago. Bennett is the last character picked in round number 1. Goes to the Columbus Blue Jackets. So there you have it. Round 1 is done. There you go. Round 1 is complete. You can see who went where. Acheron was first chosen in pick number 6. This was very interesting so far. So we're going to round 2. We'll see if any other of these teams, so like pick 6, 7, and 8, Rangers, Predators, and the Hurricanes, they all picked a Genshin or Star Rail character. So in round 2, will they pick another and really try to stack their team? Let's find out. So round 2 has already started. Venti goes to Columbus. Okay, right, it's a snake order. So Venti just joins Bennett on Columbus. Ganyu goes to Ottawa. Ruan May goes to Anaheim. That's huge right there. Joins Neuvillette. That's going to be scary. Arlecchino goes to Tampa Bay. That's big. Yalon goes to Vancouver. Yaimiko goes to Calgary. Aventurine goes to Washington. Topaz goes to the Panthers. Kokomi goes to Dallas. Hu Tao goes to Boston. Boston has picked Robin and Hu Tao. That's already a that team's going to be scary. Bronya goes to Pittsburgh. Tons of Genshin and Star Rail characters are being picked now right in a row. Teams want them. Let's sim to user pick now again. So we'll take a look at the second half of round 2. See where everyone went to. Point, Aho, Barkov, Kazuha goes to the Montreal Canadiens. Mualani goes to Vegas. Oh, I think she would love Vegas. Svechnikov, Makar, Larkin, Japard, the goaltender, goes to Nashville. Okay. They picked Nahida. So they have Nahida and Japard. Alrighty. Silver Wolf goes to the Islanders. Zhao goes to Winnipeg. And that's it for round 2. Okay, let's take a look at round 3. Ayaka goes to St. Louis. Kamisato Ayaka. Wanderer goes to the Oilers. All right. The Balladeer has been chosen. I feel like Wanderer would hate Edmonton. I don't know why. I just feel like he would. Zhang Ling goes to Carolina. All right, they got themselves a defenseman. Ningguang, goaltender, goes to Montreal. Jean goes to Detroit. And that's it so far for the first half of round number 3. Now let's continue with the second half of round 3 here. We got put right in the middle, so it kind of works out. First half and second half. Jack Hughes goes to the Devils. That's realistic. Chaska goes to Buffalo. Interesting. Lafreniere, Stamkos, Hellebuck, Couturier. Linney goes to Washington. Okay, interesting. One of the members of the House of the Hearth. Ajax Tartaglia joins the Calgary Flames. Keep going around here. Navia goes to Columbus. So Navia and Bennett are on Columbus. We know that. So cool. Good job for Columbus getting a good pick in Navia. Round number 4. Candace, another goaltender, goes to Ottawa. Interesting. Black Swan joins Anaheim. Baiju goes to Vancouver. Good pick. Shenhe goes to Washington. Mona, defenseman, goes to LA, joining Firefly. That's a pretty good team so far. They're building. Layla goes to Florida. Good defenseman. Kanich goes to Boston. Boston is building one hell of a team. Wait a minute. Clorand. Sorry, how did I skip over her? Clorand goes to Dallas. Really good pick by them. Kutching goes to Buffalo. Alrighty. Oh, shit, I hit make pick. Well, we went to sim to user pick. So I don't know how many rounds we're going to do. So let's continue on with round 4. I guess we'll do 5 rounds and then we can just simulate. So Ga Ming goes to the Devils. Devils get their first Genshin or Star Rail character in Ga Ming. Kujo Sara goes to Arizona. Charlotte goes to Montreal. Yan Fei goes to Vegas. All right, go. You can be a lawyer at Vegas. She would make a lot of money. That's for sure. Albedo goes to Nashville. Bootail goes to the New York Islanders. I think he'd like. I can see that. That's a good fit. Ayato goes to Winnipeg. The other Kamisato sibling. Welt goes to Edmonton. Oh, Welt and Wanderer on the same team. That'll be fun. And then Sino goes to St. Louis. St. Louis Blues, get ready for jokes because Sino's got them. Now, first half of round number 5. Yao Yao also goes to St. Louis. Okay. Well done. Sino and Yao Yao to St. Louis. Diona joins Edmonton. Good defenseman. Captain Beto, the pirate, joins Nashville. Chevres joins San Jose. Gallagher joins Vegas. Vegas has gotten a lot of these characters. Uemiya joins Montreal. And that's it for the first round of round number 5. Now, I think we're just going to do this one more time, and then we can simulate the rest of the draft. So for the second half of round number 5, who do we have? Kuki Shinobu goes to the New Jersey Devils. Sucrose joins the Buffalo Sabres. Sparkle joins Pittsburgh. Oh, she's going to be playing a lot of pranks on people there. Natasha joins Boston. Barbara joins Dallas. Risley joins the LA Kings. All right, that's actually a really good fit. I think he likes those colors, black and gray and silver. That's a good fit. Emily joins the Washington Capitals. Good pickup for them. And then Fischel joins Chicago. And then, Chi-Chi goes to the Ottawa Senators. And Himiko joins the Columbus Blue Jackets. And now for the first half of round number 6, Toma, the goaltender, goes to Chicago. And anyone else? Noelle, another goaltender, goes to Calgary. Lynette, the other sibling of the House of the Hearth, goes to Washington. Goro goes to Florida. Jinyan goes to Boston as a goaltender. And same with Clara, goes to Pittsburgh. And that is that. All right, so I say let's just sim the entire draft now. I think we've seen enough. And let's just get into it. There we go. Draft has now been complete by round. Okay, so we can go by round now. So we left off at round number 6. Sijwin goes to Detroit. Alhaitham went to the Devils. Rosaria goes to the Coyotes. Jianyun to the Minnesota Wild. Tainari to the Rangers. Sayu. And all right, that's it for round 6. Round 7. Anyone here? Nilu goes to Nashville. Kachina to the Hurricanes. Heizo to the Maple Leafs. Arataki Ito goes to Vegas. Oh, that's going to be fun. Wait, Yanfei's also... Oh, God, Yanfei has to deal with Ito again. I'm so sorry. Klee goes to Montreal. Montreal, you better be safe because she's going to blow up the city. Bailu went to Detroit. Kale to Arizona. Kirara went to the Devils. D-Luke joins LA. Amber goes to Washington. Kave to Calgary. Faruzan to Philly. That's an interesting combination. Chiori to Tampa. And then Dory to Columbus. Round 8, Dia goes to Columbus as well. Chongyun to Ottawa. Yunjin to Chicago. Xingshou to Anaheim. And is that it? Auroron goes to Boston. Boston has got a ton of good characters. Lisa goes to Montreal. Kaya to Minnesota. Sethos goes to San Jose. And Don Hung goes to the Islanders. Razor goes to St. Louis in the last pick of round number 8. I feel like there's not many characters left to pick from. Eula goes to Nashville. And Fremine goes to New Jersey. Mika goes to Florida. And I think that is pretty much everyone. I don't know if there's any other characters to pick from. That looks like it's it. All right, so now we know where everyone has gone. Let's advance. Here we are at the main menu screen. So first off, what we're going to do is go to the settings and turn off injuries because I just want to simulate what every team drafted. So injuries will be off. Everything else will be left the same. And let's start simulating the season. Well, first, let's get to the regular season. We'll get through preseason. And then we will take a look at the lines for every team to see what characters are where, what characters on each is on what line, and all of that. All right, so we are at the beginning of the season. Let's take a look at all the teams' lines and where everybody is. So the Anaheim Ducks, Xingshou, Nuvalet, and Black Swan on the first line. That is nasty. That's an insane line. Ruanmei on defense. Okay. Next up, Arizona Coyotes. They have Rosaria, Kale, Kujosara. Pretty good, I would say. On defense, no one. Okay, Boston. Boston, we know Boston got a lot of characters. So they have Natasha and Robin on the first defensive pairing. That's crazy. Offense. Kenichi Hutao on the first line. Auroron on the second line. And that's it. Huh. I thought they got a lot more characters than that. Dang. I might just be going crazy. All right. Next. Buffalo. They have Chaska and Kaching. Yeah. Kaching and Chaska on offense. And no one on defense. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Carolina. Oh boy. Farina's on Carolina. Oh, also Kachina as well. She's good. And they have Zhangling on defense. Columbus has Bennett and Dory on defense. And oh my lord, that first line. Dia, Venti, and Navia. That is one hell of a first line. And they also have Himiko on the second. Columbus is a good team. Calgary, they have Yahimiko on the first line. That first line is crazy. They have Tartaglia in their lineup as well. And they have Kave on defense. Chicago has Fischl on defense. And Yunjin and Kafka on the first line. And that's it. All right. Colorado. Nobody. Sayu. So Colorado has Sayu on defense, but no Genshin or Honkai Star Rail characters on the offense. Dallas has Clorand on the second line, and that's it. They have Barbara and Kokomi on defense. All right, Dallas, it looks pretty good. Detroit. The Detroit Red Wings do not have any characters on offense, but they do have Jean, Bailu, and Sijuin on defense. Okay, so good luck scoring on Detroit because that's not happening. Now, Edmonton, here we go. Wanderer on the first line, Welt on the second line, and then Diona on defense. Pretty good lineup here for Edmonton. Florida has Mika and Topaz on the first line. Interesting. And Goro and Layla on defense. All right. Interesting team. Now, here we go. This is a good team I wanted to see. The LA Kings, Risley and Firefly on the first line, Diluc on the second line, and then Mona on defense. I like this team. This is a pretty good team, I think. Minnesota has Janyun and Kaya on offense, and no one on defense. Okay. Montreal has Charlotte on defense. And then you have Lisa and Kazuha on the first line. Klee and Yoimiya on the second line. That second line could cause a lot of teams issues. Two Pyro crazy girls. Next up is Nashville. They have Nilu, Eula, Albedo, and Beto. So, Genshin characters all over the offense. And they have Nahida on defense. Whew. Okay, Nashville's good. New York Islanders. Silver Wolf on the first line. Don Hung and Boot Hill on the second line. Okay, New York Islanders is a Star Rail team. Defense? No one. All right, so 3 Star Rail characters. We'll see how New York does. The New York Rangers. Acheron and Tainari on the first line. The first Genshin or Star Rail character to be chosen, Acheron, by the New York Rangers. And no one on defense. All right, so they have 2 on the first line. We'll see how that works out for them. Ottawa Senators have Ganyu on the first line, and that is it. And then they have Chi-Chi on defense. So Chi-Chi and Ganyu. Oh, wait, Changyun. Hi, I missed you. Sorry. All right, so 3 cryo characters. So Ottawa Senators is a cryo team. Ganyu, Chi-Chi, and Changyun. The Philadelphia Flyers. They have Faruzan on the second line. And Shilonen on defense. Very interesting. I'm curious to see how this team is going to simulate, because I don't know. Pittsburgh Penguins. Sparkle on the first line for offense. And then they have Branya on the first line for defense. So, 2 Genshin characters, 2 Star Rail characters for Pittsburgh. And that's it. Very interesting. We'll see how they simulate. San Jose Sharks. Oh boy. Raiden Shogun, first line center, and then you have Chevrez and Sethos on the wing on the second line. And then nothing on defense. So 3 Genshin characters. This team could be very good. We're going to see. Now, St. Louis Blues. I think this team is going to be the favorite. You have Ayaka, Connor McDavid, and Razor on the first line. And then you have Sino on the second line. And then you have Yao Yao on defense. I think this is the team to beat. This is my prediction right now. St. Louis is going to make the Stanley Cup final for the West, but we'll see. Tampa Bay Lightning. That's a cracked first line. And then you have Arlecchino and Chiori on the second line. Wait, what the frick? This team is insane. Nope, I think it could be St. Louis Tampa in the Stanley Cup final. This team looks absolutely stacked. Toronto did not choose anybody. They have Hazo on defense. Hazo is the only character on Toronto. Vancouver, Yalon. First line center, and that's it. And then Baiju defense. So Yalon and Baiju, 2 leeway characters for Vancouver. Vegas, here we go. They have Yanfei on the first line, Mualani on the second, Ito on the third. Pretty deep team. Vegas is good. I'm very curious to see how this team simulates. I think they're going to be good. Winnipeg Jets. They have Ayato on the first line, Zhao on the second line. That's it for there. And nothing on defense. So Ayato and Zhao. Is that it? Oh, last but not least, the Washington Capitals. Emily Linney and Patrick Kane on the first line. That's cracked. Then you have Lynette and Aventurine on the second line. Ho, ho, ho. Look at this. Linney and Lynette. The siblings on the same team. Oh, man, Aventurine's going to have a field day, I feel like. And then they have Shenhe on defense. Okay, Washington's a really good team. Alrighty. I'm very curious to see what happens. Actually, the New Jersey Devils were not here because we are playing as them. So let's take a look at the New Jersey Devils lineups. They have Gaming and Alhaitham on the second line, Fremine on the third line, and then on defense they have Kirara and Kuki Shinobu on the first defensive pairing. Alrighty, so pretty interesting. Let's see what happens, everybody. Who's going to have the most goals this season? Who's going to have the most points? Who's going to make the playoffs? Who's going to disappoint? Who's going to surprise? Let's find out. Starting the simulation. And I will probably edit the video to right here to take a look at all these stats unless something shocking happens. Here we go. All right, and we are here simulating to where we stopped right before the trade deadline. So that was very boring, just simulating the entire season so far. But now comes the exciting part. These statistics. Let's take a look around the league. Who is doing what? So the best team in the league right now is the Winnipeg Jets and the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have the most points. And the worst team in the league by far is the Vancouver Canucks. So let's take a look at the statistics for all of the players. Kirara has 35 points on What? Kirara is going crazy right now. Alhaitham has 34 points. Gaming 31. Fremine 28. And then Kuki Shinobu 21 points. So that's just for this team. Take a look around the entire league. Does any Genshin character have the most points? Nope. Nathan McKinnon has 72 points. Raiden Shogun right behind him. She has 71 points in 61 games played. Crazy. We know Raiden's very good. So, wow. Raiden Shogun's the only Genshin or Star Rail character in the top. Wow. Janyun with 61 points for Minnesota. Chiori with 60. All right, did not expect that. Faruzan, 58. Hu Tao with 58. Ayato, 58. There's Acheron with 55 points. Zhao with 55. Yunjin, Silver Wolf, Kazuha, Xingqiu, Sethos. Okay, well, now we're getting into all these characters. Venti and Emily also with 55. Kafka, 54. Rosaria Nilu Shilonen, 53 points as a defenseman. Sheesh. There's Farina, 52. Yelan, 51. Yaimiko, 51. Aventurine. So we're just going through down here. Kaching with 49. Arlecchino with 50. But we can also just... actually, let's take a look at goaltenders first. How are the Genshin and Star Rail goaltenders doing? Noel, doing pretty well. 31 wins. Zhongli and Japard each have 30. And Candice has 25 wins. Ningguang has 20. Toma has 19. Jinyan has 19. Okay. Oh, and Clara has 15. Yikes. But we can also... So if we go to all skaters and look at rookie skaters, we can just mainly focus on Genshin and Star Rail characters. So these are the top characters as we saw. So let's see who else is doing what. So... Chongyun, Arlecchino with 50, Kaching with 49. This is where we left off. Albedo, Razor, Tainari, Navia, Kanich, Bennett, Ganyu. So they're all around the high 40, like the 40s and 50 ranges pretty much. Ganyu, Auroron, Chevres, Lynette, Shenhe, Himiko, Lisa. And then you guys can take a look at yourselves. Down the list we go. There's Ayaka. I thought she was going to have a lot more points so far. She does not. Nahida, I'm surprised she does not have any more points than what she does. So, pretty interesting season for some characters. Definitely some disappointments. Definitely some surprises. And then most of these will probably be defensemen. There is a forward with only 22 points. I'm so sorry. They're not having a good season whatsoever. But thankfully, it's all defensemen down here. All right. So that should be everybody, I think. Let's take a look at the goals. Who has the most goals? Faruzan has the most goals. Ayato has the most assists. Plus minus. Yaimiko. Penalty minutes. Who's getting in a lot of fights? Holy shit, child. Tartaglia. Stop fighting for once. How does Farina have 59? That's insane. Dia has 63. That's crazy. Who has the most shots? Farina. She is a shooter and a fighter. Damn. All right. So that is the points and statistics so far through the trade deadline. So we're just going to simulate the rest of the season, and I will see you all at the end of the regular season. Let's see what happens. And the regular season has just come to an end. Somehow, this New Jersey team made the playoffs. I don't know how, but they did. So, who was the best team in the league? It was 112 points by the Winnipeg Jets, just over the Lightning. So that did not change. They are still the two best teams in the league. The worst team in the league was actually a tie between the Canucks and the Golden Knights. And the Bruins were also bad. I'm very surprised about that. So let's advance today to the first round of the playoffs. There you have it. These are the matchups for the playoffs in this fantasy league. Now let's take a look at the player stats for the entire season. Let's go to the entire league. Connor McDavid had 99 points, the most in the league. Raiden Shogun, 53 goals. Holy shit. 97 points. Yeah, Raiden's a beast, bro. Kazuha, the second Genshin or Star Rail character with the most points with 82. Jan Yoon with 81, P3. And Silver Wolf with 80. Venti, Farazan, Kafka, Ayato, Chiori, Acheron. All right. There's Sethos and Shilonen. Let's take a look at the goaltenders real quick. Noel was the best goaltender in the league. Ooh, that's impressive. Let's go, Noel. Zhongli had 37 wins. Japard, 37 as well. And there's Candace with 35. Now let's just take a look at the rookie skaters. So as you can see here, these are the top Genshin and Star Rail characters with the most points. Yunjin, Aventurine, Shinsho, Yelan, Razor, Rosaria, Yaimiko, Farina, and so on and so forth. Very interesting going down the list, seeing who had a lot of goals, who had a lot of assists, plus, minus. Damn Nahida. Alrighty, so regular season is done. Let's head into the playoffs. Your playoff tree looks like this. Make your bets. So you have Winnipeg and you have Tampa. I did call out Tampa making the finals against St. Louis earlier. I did say that. There is a chance, but I think Winnipeg, it's going to be Winnipeg and I don't know. Winnipeg's going to make it out in the top two, and then either San Jose or St. Louis on the bottom. For the East, I'm going to say Washington and Tampa for top and bottom. Let's see what happens, though. Will my predictions become correct? Let's advance today one at a time so you guys can take a look at the standings at the bottom here. So which teams have a lead, which teams will come back from being down 3-0, because this game does like a lot of reverse sweeps for some reason. So 1-1s across the board except for Philly. Actually, wait, why did I pick Washington? They're against Philly. So Philly is the only 3-0 game. Watch Washington now come back. That'd be hilarious. 4-0. The Philadelphia Flyers have swept the Washington Capitals. That was quick. Colorado advances. Everyone else is 3-2. Man, a lot of close series. Oh, 4-2s. 4 is around the board except for 2 Eastern Conference matchups. All right, let's take a guess. I'm going to say Tampa and Ottawa. Tampa and Ottawa. Let's see what happens. Second round of the playoffs. Tampa and Ottawa. I called it. So second round of the playoffs, you have Islanders, Flyers, Tampa and Ottawa, Winnipeg and Colorado, Calgary and San Jose. St. Louis has been eliminated. So my pick is incorrect. So I'm taking Winnipeg for West. Winnipeg and Tampa, the two best teams battling out in the Stanley Cup final. Could happen. Let's take a look at the playoff stats. Just for real quick for the first round of the playoffs. See who did what. Who's going to win the Conn Smythe? Ryan Shogun 10 points. Ganyu with 8. Same with Sethos, Zhao, and Tartaglia. Yaimiko with 7. All right. Just wanted to take a look who was at the top real quick. We can advance today. And then the games have begun. 1-0. So around the board. Simulate here. We'll go to game number 3. Ottawa's winning 3-0 over Tampa. Everyone else is 2-1. That'd be crazy. The Ottawa Senators have swept the Tampa Bay Lightning. I did not expect that. Okay, then. The Calgary Flames have won 4-1 over San Jose. And then the other two series are 3-2. Winnipeg Jets advance. And then we have a game 7 between the Islanders and the Flyers. And there you have it. The Flyers will take it. So it's Philly and Ottawa against Winnipeg and Calgary. Dude, this is actually really exciting. Dude, two Canadian teams. A team from Canada is actually going to make the Stanley Cup final. That's amazing. Player stats, who's doing what so far? Let's take a look. Sidney Crosby is lighting it up. Zhao, a goal machine for Winnipeg. Ayato and Zhao on that first line is probably going crazy. Chong Yun for Ottawa. Silver Wolf. Faruzan. Ganu with 13. This is really interesting. Who's going to win the Stanley Cup? Here we go. Conference finals time. Let's go to game 3. Will we have any sweeps? Not in the West. Ottawa's up 2-0 though. Ottawa Senators are up 3-0. What is this team made of? All right, 3-1. Is it going to be Ottawa and Calgary in the Stanley Cup finals? Oh, Winnipeg and Philly stay alive. It's 3-2 on each side. Oh, man. But that is where it will end. The Calgary Flames against the Ottawa Senators in the Stanley Cup final. Let's take a look at these teams. This is exciting. The Ottawa Senators. Chong Yun. John Tavares, Ganu. So, oh yeah, the cryo team. Ottawa with Chongyun, Ganu, and Chi-Chi. Oh, and people said cryo was dead in Genshin. Nuh-uh, it is alive. And they have Candace. Never mind, they have a hydro goaltender in Candace. Dude, a .925 save percentage. 2.3 goals against average. She's nuts. Dude, Ottawa's going to be tough to beat. Okay, what does Calgary have? Oh boy, Yahai Miko. Tartaglia, who just fights everybody and probably injures them all. And then, yeah, and you have Yahai Miko to back that up. The freaking sinister, sadistic girl herself. And then you have Kave just on defense, doing his own thing, making sure everyone else is, staying alive. And they have the absolutely cracked Noelle for goaltender. Oh my lord, her stats are even better. This is going to be one hell of a series. Noelle versus Candace. Who's going to win the Stanley Cup for goaltending? Yaimiko, Tartaglia, and Kave against Chi-Chi, Ganu, and Chongyun. 3 Genshin characters on each team with a Genshin goaltender. This is hype. Let's find out what happens. I'm going to say the Ottawa Senators win. That's my prediction. Let's find out. Ottawa and Calgary, 2 Canadian teams in the Stanley Cup final. God, the ratings would be through the roof. Ottawa is up 2-0. Oh, Calgary wins 2-1. Game 4. Calgary ties it up. 2-2 series tie. Game 5 goes to Ottawa. Ottawa Senators are 1 game away from the Stanley Cup final. Can Yaimiko make a comeback for the Flames? Or is it going to be the cryo team for Ottawa? The Ottawa Senators are your Stanley Cup champions. We restarted the NHL with a fantasy draft, and the Ottawa Senators went the distance and clinched the Stanley Cup. They beat Detroit in 7 games, swept Tampa, and then beat Philly and Calgary in 6. Let's take a look at the Ottawa Senators stats. Chong Yun, I think, is going to win the Conn Smythe. Absolute unbelievable performance. He was taking care of, he was performing probably exorcists on all the opposing teams. Ganyu, one hell of a playoff run. Congratulations, Ganyu. And Chi-Chi, the 3 leeway cryo characters. And then give it up to Candace. Right, it was Candace goaltending Ottawa. Candace outdueled Noelle when it mattered most. I mean, hey, she is the protector of Aru Village. I'm not surprised. Congratulations to Candace. So let's take a look at the awards before we sign off. Oh, wait. Right, we need to advance today. I guess the AHL is still playing. There we go. Ottawa Senators, your Stanley Cup champions. Now we can take a look at the awards. Ottawa Senators, champions. Winnipeg won the Presidents. And then the other trophies. So now, individual, Connor McDavid. Ooh, Raiden Shogun wins the Hart Memorial Trophy. Shilonen wins the James Norris. Congratulations. Raiden Shogun wins the Calder. Chong Yoon wins the Conn Smythe. That is awesome. Candace wins the William M. Jennings. Nahida actually wins the Bill Masterton. Nice. And Raiden Shogun also wins the Ted Lindsay Award and the Maurice Richard Trophy. Dude, Raiden Shogun took home a lot of hardware. Congratulations to everyone on a great season. The Ottawa Senators, the cryo offense, or cryo team with a hydro goaltender. So that was fun. What did you think about this? Do you guys want to see me do this again? Have any other ideas? Because this was awesome. This was a lot of fun. Genshin and Honkai Star Rail characters taking over the NHL, and this is the result. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.